playoff game last spring, so this is his first real experience. And Hitchcock says we know that, but we expect him to be an important player. Aside sends it across. Oduya with a shot. Score! Johnny Oduya got into the faceoff circle, and the Hawks have tied game one. Now it comes back to Versteeg, who has the Chicago goal. Here's Letty. Back to number 23, Versteeg. Versteeg behind the St. Louis net, centering pass. Score! Seabrook on a one-timer. Far side. Aiden Short tries to play it back in deep. Here's the cover goal by Jonathan Kane. Plays it ahead. Kane behind everybody. In. He scores! Patrick Kane! Now back in deep. Versteeg, but Breeze was there. Versteeg able to win that battle and get the puck back. Now Versteeg out to the line. He keeps the one-timer. Score!
Forward, so 11 available forwards for both coaches. You'll see a lot of different looks here.
Players won't be available till the first whistle after the 10-minute mark of this third period. As Seabrook will take one up here. He scores! That's why coaches say put the puck to the net. And Seabrook has tied this game.
All right, but again, get the puck to the net.
Rosenbaum with a shot. Here, change of direction, score! And deflected in front, past Miller, and the Blackhawks suddenly have a lead here in game two.
Blackhawks,
Coach in their rich history to have two Stanley Cup rings. The play ahead now for Tage with a shot. Here, score! That got through Miller! And he has a look of disbelief. It's gonna miss it, but it's not icing. Here is Sean, centering pass. Score! Marcus Kruger taps it home. And Chicago is back in this series. Still waiting the first goal of this game. Kane looks to the front now. Petrangelo with about a stick. A chance in front for Tage. They score! After by Jalmerson. And now it comes to Patrick Kane. He hands it off. Oduya joining the run. Takes it wide on Berglund. Goes it back to the front. Score! What a play! To Patrick Kane. 2-0 Hawks. Trying to get the tying goal. Osa back to the line. Rosenbaum hammers on top and goal! Bickle with the redirect. A chance here for Berglund to put it out in front, but it's backed away by the Hawks. They try to break with numbers. Patrick Kane up the far side. Side goes into that. Here's Kane on the shot.
Bickle's in on the left wing side. Bickle with a pass across into Hossa the shot. Miller the save. The rebound. They score! Hossa to the goal. 1-0 Chicago. Tipped in deep for Smith. Ben Smith turns in back of the goal. Finds Patrick Kane. Trying to find open ice. Gets it back to Brookbank. Back in. Scores! What a shot. Top shot. Ben Smith. 2-1 Chicago. Big rebound. Keith cleared it. Look at this. Tage is in the clear. From center ice in. He can end it. He does. Game over. 3-2 Hawks. 3-2 series lead.
Here's Bickle, a shot fought off by Miller. Rebound curled back over to Keith. Laid on across now to Seabrook. Right back to Duncan Keith again. Keith delays, shakes it over to Seabrook. Brister is scored! A deflection in front by Bickle. It is Taves gaining the zone and handing over to Seabrook. The return to Taves with Shaw at the front. Gives to the back. And Keith kept it alive. Then on a cross for Taves. Drift. Shot. Score! The tie-up. It's nudged on back for the hurried shot. The ricochet off of Sharp. Played ahead by Kane. On to Sharp up the wing. Right around in front. He's hooked. And a diving play. It's in. 2-on-1. Moving up with Keith. Shaw holds now. Bennett for Keith. Score!
Bickle turns back and hands it off. Letty to the far side. Seabrook. High slot for Hossa. Seabrook back to Hossa again. Hossa closing in. Off the puck, gets it back. Now Seabrook with a touchdown. Quick redirect side. Working his way in. Back into the crowd. They score! Marion Hossa with the goal. Across the line, crisscrosses. Takes the drop pass, carries it through the backhand shot. He scores! Patrick Kane is only he can do. Out to the line for Johnny Oduya, who rolls it in deep. Smith couldn't get to it. Alfredson on the far side, let it go. Sharp was backing it up, sends it to the net. They score! Patrick Kane has a wide open net. It's a 2-goal lead once again. With just under 3 minutes remaining here in regulation time, a loose puck picked up now by Bickle center right. Bickle to the red line to the open net. He scores!
Still a continued battle with Duncan Keith. It's flown ahead. All alone is Hossa. No! Then it goes in on the rebound.
He doesn't stop his feet from moving. Watch 19. He actually beats Koivu to the net because his feet aren't moving and Taves his are. And he wins the race, but the biggest thing, another example of how Chicago does.
Carried back ahead now by Son, trying to work his way by, slams on the brakes, he's got it around in front for Bickle, but he couldn't settle the pass down. Thrown back across, and it's Son drifting again. Deep slot shot, wide, up the boards, it's Suter. Pinching along and trying to battle it further. It's squibbed away, and Hossa is able to sashay on out to center in a 2-on-1. Hossa moving in, got it to Bickle. Score! Defensive back. Wild Habit centering pass ricocheted as they were hoping to set up Pominville, no luck. This one is angled back down, and Sod ushers it on. Score! So ends the first 800 for Joel Quenneville.
Off of his stick, the Hawks recover, and Hossa takes a pass, decides to carry it. Goes to Sharp, breaks free from Koivu. Sharp cutting him with a shot. He scores! It bounced off of Brizgalov and into the back of the net. And Brizgalov. Hansus gets to it. Goes to the corner for Hossa. Out to the line, Seabrook. Seabrook with a touch. Score! Redirected by Hansus. That shot was going well wide, and Hansus with a terrific redirection has tied the game at 2. Letty, far side for Taves across the line. He'll drop it back for Letty. Across for Sharp. Top of the circle for Kane. Kane with a shot. Score! It got through on the power play. The Hawks have tied the game. It's the work of the captain now as Taves gets into Hossa. Hossa, what a move he makes there on Granlund. Hands it off down to Sharp. Sharp to the front of the net. Back down to mid-air after the save by Brizgalov. Loose again for Taves. He scores! Louis series does not have a point. In this series, the entire Chicago defense has been held without a goal after scoring 6 times against the Blues. Now here's for Steve trying to jam it to the front. Bouncing puck, he scores! Boy, a classic example that they'll get it to the crease area. Something good might happen.
Well, Christopher Speed wins the battle on Keith Ballard. He gets...
Flips it across now for Seabrook. Seabrook from center ice. He's it all on the board to bounce it down in front of Fratellis. Loose puck here for Kane. He scores! Patrick Kane! What hands! He ends it! And Chicago is headed to the Western Conference Final.
That first chance, as you called it, Straights, it went into the net. The puck took a funny bounce on the shoot-in. It's a high shoot-in. Brizgalov does the right thing. He stays home. But Peter Regan goes hard to the net. He gets tied up, and then Patrick Kane goes forehand, backhand, and beats Ilya Brizgalov. Just a crazy carom from the shoot-in from Brent Seabrook. Watch right here. Regan and Suter get tied up, and here comes Patrick Kane. Little forehand, backhand, right inside the net that comes right out as quick as it went in. And Patrick Kane does it again in overtime.
Both sides said, Edzo, before this series, this is a different Minnesota team. This organization has taken a major step from what we saw in the first round last year to what they did in the second round this year.
Using his reach to keep it away from Prestige.
The Philly Bills are higher now. They've been in their zone for a long time.
Here's Letty on a shot. He scores!
They just got worn out. The LA penalty killers couldn't skate anymore. And I believe it was Saad that the goal.
Out to the left point for Keith. His drive. Score! Dropping it off. Pickle will clear. And now Hossa. One game back. It's a 3-on-1. Delayed penalty. Come on. Score! Jonathan Kane! Now Kane gets back. And the puck comes over the stick of Carter. Good transition by Chicago. Long pass ahead for Nick Letty. Moving it on quick. He scores!
The short-handed chance first.
Look to make changes.
Yeah, this LA Kings team, they are a four-line team. Generally, their fourth line plays 12 to 13 minutes.
Now an opportunity for Smith. He scores! Now Taves chasing after the puck. Short-handed opportunity. He scores!
Right off the face-off.
Hossa controls for the Blackhawks. Out to Michael Rosenbaum. Comes to the net. Shoot! Who's in front? Taves scores! His second of the period. 2-1 Chicago.
That entire sequence starts with Jonathan Toews and then gets finished with Jonathan Toews.
For Speed with 8 seconds. Letty. One final shot at the force in. With 3 seconds remaining. The shot by Letty deflected and then beats quick. It is now a 4-3 game.
Well, Letty just turned and fired. Brian, you probably had a pretty good angle of that shot as Chicago just tries to, or LA tries to clear it. Here it comes.
Yeah, I did. There's Letty. He just knows he wants to get it into the middle. Looked like a
Blackhawks have allowed at least 4 goals. They have lost the previous 6. Here is Saad with a backhand shot. Score! So the Blackhawks come right back. Second of the series for Brandon Saad. It is now 4-1 Los Angeles. Found the Sharks 3-0. They're back to win in 7. Here is Kane with a shot. Now Seabrook fires. Loose in front. It is kept out. Taves with a great chance. Now a backhand shot. And Pickle scores. Kane backed out by Stoll. Patrick Kane back to Brent Seabrook. And that shot got blocked. Lewis again. Now it comes in front for Shaw. Takes behind the net. Sends to Kane. And then Seabrook with a drive. Saved by Quick. Long rebound. Seabrook keeps it away from Lewis. Now Patrick Kane, top of the right circle. Kane out in front. Kane scores! Power play goal, Patrick Kane. We are tied at 1. Sharp couldn't find the puck. Now he does. Cross-ice pass. And then cutting behind the net with it. Score! Smith banks it in off Quick, and the Blackhawks take a 2-1 lead. To the corner for Shaw, and now Kane. Muzzin stays with Kane. What a pass for Keith. He scores! Beautiful pass by Patrick Kane, and Duncan Keith has tied the game at 3.
Son was so patient with the puck, holding on to it, waiting to make the right play, found the right man in Kane, and then what a pass, and the finish. Wow.
Too far for Gabrick. Played in center by Side. Has Kane with him. After Kane holds. Kane now carries out in the high slot. Kane with a shot. He scores! Patrick Kane has given the Blackhawks the lead with 3:45 remaining. Quickly back in his Side. Dropping it off for Andrew Shaw. Now Side looking for Kane. It comes to Keith, but he fires wide. And then the puck bounces over the stick of Shaw. Now it is Kane to the far side. Score from a tough angle. Brandon Saad, 1-0 Chicago.
Face off first and clear the zone, and then they force Chicago to dump the puck in and try to retrieve it. That's not their strength, and LA is able to clear that one as well.
This is Kane across the line for Seabrook. Seabrook with a shot in front. Kane scores! Jonathan Taves on the power play. 2-0 Chicago. Justin Williams ties 6-time Stanley Cup champion Glenn Anderson. His 7th goal in a game 7. And now the Blackhawks come right back and take a 3-2 lead. Patrick Sharp with his 2nd goal of this series.
Really good job there. Coming over quick pressure by Duncan Keith.
1 minute to go on the power players. Also, did not get good wood on it. Quick without a stick. It's about 20 feet to his left. The drive by Sharp. He scores! Patrick Sharp with his 2nd of the game. Quick lost his stick. Blackhawks regain the lead.
Jonathan Quick remains perfect in Game 7s.
Dustin Brown has done this before.
A longtime captain of the LA Kings. Last year, he had a poor playoff. He was so hurt. Bad knee, couldn't skate. This year, much more effective. 4 shots in the first period. Looks like a different player than he did a year ago.
I'll carry you home tonight.